Welcome back to Games Played Terribly. I'm Jeff.
I'm Roger.
And we are about to play Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, man. I'm so jazzed about this. This is like a game that probably some of you have heard of and fewer of you have played. It's such a great game, though.
No, everyone's heard of this game.
I'm sure everyone's heard of Harvest Moon.
Anyone who is a fan of the Super Nintendo has heard of this game.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you all have.
It's the original Farmville.
It is, dude, but it's so much better. It's
way better.
It's got intrigue, it's got drama, it's got romance. It's got fucking
dog
drama. It's got crops.
It's got mundane
crops.
Yeah, mundane
chores, dude. Yeah. Chores. Oh, that's the sexiest thing, dude. Chores,
so
man.
pumped for festival season.
Oh, the festivals! I can't wait.
So it's gonna be good. We're actually gonna treat this, since it is a Saturday. We're gonna hopefully treat this more like a podcast.
Yeah, we'd like to kind of try something a little bit different with our commentary for this show, since it's so much different than all of the other shows we've done. There's not a lot of driving the plot that happens.
Well,
there's sometimes
a huge plot, though.
There's a huge plot of land, but you have to drive it, right? There's nothing that's driving it.
And then you have a family.
That's true. No, I mean there's parts where
towards.
But most of the time we're just farming, dude. And so like we want to talk about stuff that's
interesting.
Hopefully, maybe.
Hopefully it's interesting to you. If it's not, then you know what?
Let us know in the comments, and we will try to be more interesting.
I am interesting.
I'm so interesting, dude.
He's not, but
I'm not. I'm
not either.
What are you doing?
That's pretty interesting right there.
Oh, dude.
Come on.
I'm sorry. Dude, check this out. Egan fucking made us wallets out of...
Way to sneak yourself in there, man.
Out of milk cartons. You can find his Etsy below. No, you don't do this for money. He does it for passion.
He does it for
or for just anyone, dude. This is solid.
And then Jeff
this is an Egan
is on the ground.
I didn't throw it. Gravity took it to the ground in a fiery rage.
See, this is what we could be talking about on Harvest Moon.
This is probably
so. Without further ado, while I try to put this, we're gonna start playing.
There it is. We're gonna play. So here we go. Oh, shh.
Thanks, Egan.
Thanks, man.
Let's be completely quiet.
Natsume. Serious fun, dude. Are you excited for this? Look at that. Look at that little farmer, dude, in his little kerchief. Oh no, you can't go over there.
This is not
He's got to go to his farm.
He's got to do his own thing.
You can go your own way. Look at there's just a chicken in the road.
Some cows.
This guy looks nice. I like that yellow jacket.
He's the guy who buys all your stuff.
Yeah. And the bushes?
There's no dialogue.
No, this is just the lead in. There are a lot of rocks in this area.
Yeah.
It's very rocky. Ooh, look at that fence.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
You've never watched the beginning of this game?
Welcome.
Well, come
on.
Look at that nice mountain in the background.
Yeah, I wish you got that view.
Yeah. You don't get that view, you get the top down.
Probably should have closed the window.
Yeah, the window is open. Yeah. That's alright. We'll leave it. Start it up. Here we go. New file. New game file. I don't even know what either of the... Can you delete one of them?
Loves? Nope. How do you delete?
Oh, god damn it.
Well, now we can close the window.
Yeah, can you do that? What the fuck? Oh, you just do start over this. It just started a new game.
Oh, it did? Oh, well, there we go. I'm still gotta close the window. Hold on, everybody.
Are we keeping this in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny, why not?
Okay.
What's your name?
What is your name, dude?
Well, it's our name.
Okay, our name should be...
It's 4 letters, right?
I kind of... Yes, it's 4 letters.
You kind of want to...
Carl? Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's fine.
With a C or with a K?
It's C, but
okay.
If you can just do CRLL, that'd be great.
Carl.
Capital L.
Oh, both capital or just the last one?
Just the last one is fine.
Oh, thank you. Bookend it. Bookend it.
There you
Carl.
go. Carl.
What's up, Carl?
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Let's do it. Look at that Harvest Moon in the background.
Look at the little chicky chick, is the pointer.
I know, look at it, it's so cute. I don't think I've ever seen that background, actually. I've never actually
That's what I'm saying. We're finding wrinkles to this
looked
game.
at this game at all since I've played it 100 times.
Mr. Krill.
Mr. Carl, I'm in charge of shipping here. I come here every evening to pick up stuff you put in the shipping box. Nice to meet you. Ask anything you want to people
Ask
in
me
town.
anything.
Ask me anything. AMA, dude.
There we go.
Reddit.com/r/
I feel really, this is a nice throwback for us. I mean, I guess all that we play are throwbacks, but this reminds me of a better time.
Dude, hello, I'm a wandering peddler. I don't have anything to sell right now, though. What a terrible peddler. He's got those pots. We'll break those pots.
Those plots?
Those plots.
Those
Can you
plots.
lift it up?
No, you can't.
I don't have the Titan mitts yet, dude.
You don't, well, that's not this game. Yeah, this is a very big point of nostalgia. I feel like this is a very
Got a watering can.
therapeutic
Watering can get, dude.
game.
Yeah, dude, the first Harvest Moon game that I ever played was Harvest Moon 64.
Which is weird to me because this is the first Harvest Moon game that I've ever played, and I've never played Harvest Moon 64. This is the only. When I think of Harvest Moon, I think of this game and this game alone.
I love Harvest Moon 64.
No
It is-
subsidiaries, no sequels, nothing.
Okay, well,
Just this.
Harvest Moon 64 is a great game. I would not. I would actually recommend that everybody play it. It's super good. But I also love this game, and I played this game after I played 64 because I was super interested in 64, and then I found out about emulators for the first time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can play any game that I ever want in the history of ever. And like this game is super rare now.
Yeah.
Harvest Moon is like crazy to get a copy of Harvest
Which
Moon.
is
That's like
insane
that's
for
one of
me.
my goals. I want to get a copy of Harvest Moon, but
Which is insane to think about. Like 10 years ago, if you just like if my parents did not sell all of my shit at a garage sale.
I know,
you
right? Everything.
Oh, Maria.
Oh,
How do you
Maria.
solve a problem like Maria?
Dude, we have not discussed anything about this game. Do we know who we're gonna woo?
Not yet. Zora, come on. She's got an opinion, obviously.
I know, my cat. I just fed her too. What, Zora?
I feel like,
Oh, I have a daughter. She may be at the church.
church?
The church. The church. This
The,
mom doesn't know anything about her daughter. It's
I
sad.
feel, well, no, she is at the church.
Well, yeah, but she was like, I don't know. She might. I have no idea anything about her.
Well, I don't know where she is. That's what
Look
she
at this.
said, right?
Look at this rug, dude.
Yeah, it's a nice rug. I feel like, Eve is too easy.
You think? Okay, so you don't want to go for Eve?
No.
Oh, dude, I don't know if I've ever. I wooed Anne most of the time growing up.
Gotta think for redheads.
Not really. No,
I say we do.
I admired her hardworking spirit. She was like,
Yeah. Okay.
she was like always out working on shit, dude. And like,
Yeah.
I'm a farmer. I got
What?
I value that thing.
We
in
could
a,
do the
in a
baker
mate.
girl. We could do the baker girl.
Really? I've never done L.
Yeah.
Elle?
I think that's her name.
I don't even know her name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
think
could
it's
do that.
Elle.
Do you
Well,
want to do
we'll
that?
see her. I mean, we'll.
You
do
know what
that.
we should do? We should ask in the comments. We should ask in the comments.
Yeah,
hey,
we're a long way away from it.
Hey,
so.
we haven't started wooing yet. Maybe we'll play the field for a while.
We haven't started wooing anybody.
We haven't
yet.
started wooing anybody, but maybe we'll play the field. Hey, let us know in the comments who you think we
That was
should.
close today.
Who you think we should woo?
Yeah, I think Eve is a good
This
choice
guy?
though, or not Eve L. Yeah, let's woo that guy, the drunk.
Welcome. Gotta talk to her back here.
It's really interesting
Welcome.
that there are a whole bunch of things that are interesting about that game. This game, some of them are the weird crossovers that they have with like religion. Because the church is like, it seems like they tried to translate it to Catholicism, but it still holds some like Shinto.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily. I just think it's things that kind of got lost in translation. Also, I really this game is kind of like Minecraft before it was Minecraft. And we were gonna talk about that a little bit, but it is kind of that soothing kind of just repetitive kind of mindless.
Yeah, you just play because you don't really have to think about it.
It's nice.
It's like farm. Oh, I should describe what all of these places are for anybody who hasn't ever played Harvest Moon. So this guy sells livestock.
Yeah. We were just in the bakery.
Cows and chickens. Over here, this is the tool shop. That's where you get tools. This is the bakery. This is the bar.
Yeah, and then the church up
this
north.
This is the town square. This is a dude. I gotta talk to him. Where are you from?
Managing the ranch alone, separately from your parents.
Great!
Oops.
Fuck. Go on.
I feel like this is a very zen out kind of like build your own universe, but in a very nice way. Have your own cows, chickens, whatever.
Yeah. You get to pick.
You build your own crops. You get to kind of choose your own destiny, and you get to play the game your way, how you want.
And that enchanting table, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of Minecraft, that looks exactly like a Minecraft enchanting table.
Yeah. It's interesting to me how you can build your own things, and for some reason it got into my head today about how we can build and kind of tear down. This is the episode where we're clearing out the entirety of our farm.
Right. If we can get out of this fucking city, dude.
Have I
talked to everybody yet? Yes, I have.
This is going to be the first, and lengthwise, I mean, it's kind of...
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens,
should be
but
good.
I think that it'll be... This is what's going to happen. We're going to clear it out, but it also made me think about today. We had a Terra blog about Mamas being torn down, and today it was actually announced that a couple of the restaurants that are next to Mama's are also being torn down for condos.
Yeah, some of the best bars in Seattle.
Some of
are being torn down.
The neighborhood that Jeff lives in, Belltown, they're like Belltown establishments.
Yeah.
They're places that have been there forever. And I'm wondering if it's going to happen to the crocodile, although it's not, there hasn't been any news about it. I don't think it will.
Hopefully they keep the crocodile, dude.
I just think that it has such an institutional kind of quality to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of old
they're
Seattle.
Just ripping them down for condos.
Yeah, and it's, I feel like a lot of Seattle is going to be, by the way, we're going to get a dog right here.
Yeah, we're going to have to name it.
We're going to get Roger, which is, I say we just name it after me.
Just name it
because it's gonna be that.
But it doesn't. Can you be Roge? R-O-G-E? Like Doge. Roger, you got it.
Oh no, we could do Roge. I get that.
I conceptualize that now. Perfect. I love it.
So get
such wow.
Such much.
Much dog.
Such.
Bark.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Roge, you've got to be a good boy. Take it. And see, she'll get to be This is the girl who I kind of want to woo. But I mean, don't let that affect the what.
Don't
you
let
guys
that
want.
affect the voting. The voting is important.
But I think that it's. They keep on tearing down all of these places that are like institutions, and all these places where if you have like where do you want to go in Seattle for like a nice drink or a fun night out. It's some of these places like Tula's, which is a jazz bar that's closing down.
Yeah, live jazz like every time I walk by.
Yeah, Jazz Alley is the only place here that you can actually get jazz now, and that's still in this neighborhood. But I mean, I can't think of a place that is solely a jazz bar anymore.
Yeah, true.
If you know of one, let me know. I would be more than happy to be
to frequent it.
Yeah.
So, are we using rocks as the fence here?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Instead of using fence posts, we're gonna use rocks because they don't break
until we run out of them.
Yeah, you're gonna keep that corner there just in case.
Yeah.
That big guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep all the big guys that are on the outside, and I'm actually gonna do it a little bit in to kind of save a couple. You know.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, yeah, because then you can always expand if you need to.
Yeah.
Nice. Tula's.
I do think that it's, but I think it's kind of it's a sad thing, and all of these people are going to move here. I mean, Seattle is kind of like a boom town right now.
Yeah,
it's a place where a lot of people, because of their jobs or because of the company that they're working for, some of them I don't necessarily agree with ethically. We're not going to name names, but I feel like you probably already know if you know who I am.
If you've seen the show at all in any capacity.
These people are kind of, in a lot of ways, it's gentrification.
Oh,
it is
absolutely.
entirely, and it's
get rid of all the old stuff. Why do we want old stuff? We want brand new stuff.
But they're kind of, and I just, you know what's really funny is that I just put on Facebook this kind of like sweet kind of like, hey man, I know that things are kind of bad and like things keep on getting like demolished and
Yeah.
but you know what? We're still like for every tech bro, that's the jocks up here are basically computer programmers, which is very strange.
It is a strange dynamic, yeah.
Or the people who seem to not understand the artistic side of things are the programmers, and they're just living in their own kind of tech bubbles, which is a very strange thing. But it's for every programmer that I meet another person who is very artistic or respects the arts or does something really amazing with their lives.
Yeah.
You know? For every one of the jerks,
Seattle is still full and is still being populated with really cool people. That's true.
It's they're still here. I mean, they're fighting the good fight. I think that it's and by fighting the good fight, I mean just kind of living with the situation how it is.
Yeah.
And so I wrote this really heartfelt thing that was it was all in lower caps, so I still like kept it kind of funny. And I still I used the letter U instead of U and all that shit.
Yeah.
Because that way it's kind of like I'm saying the sentimental thing, but also I'm still
not serious about it.
yeah. Or it's like I'm not.
I have an out if people question my sentimentality.
Yeah. No, it's basically I have an out for myself when it comes to sentimentality.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't really like that feeling. To me is very uncomfortable. But that's a different story. That's another.
That's another Harvest Moon.
We'll do that when. I'll actually just use.
We'll do that when winter comes. We can talk about.
We'll talk about sentimentality,
We'll talk about
or when I'm wooing.
When you're wooing,
when we're wooing Ellen or Anne.
You were really trying to sway this Ellen nonsense.
Well, I haven't done her in a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Maria is gonna be way too difficult, and I don't think I can.
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
She's hard mode for this game, though. You know?
Yeah, I know. It's true.
Eve is easy mode.
But see, I like the hard mode in 64.
Do you think
the
that
hard
they can
one to
still
woo
get over the
is
Powerberry
Karen.
thing?
Not when it's full of Powerberry plants. No.
I think they can. I think that this will be a good deterrent, a good enough deterrent, if I just have a rock on either like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Just to save, just in case.
That's probably good.
Just to get a base.
Just to get a base. Just
so,
for right now, just until you see how many rocks you have. You got to take stock. You got to take stock.
But for every programmer, it was a awesome human being, and then not 10 minutes after that, 3 more places that I've gone to and I love for the sake of them existing. I love that they existed. Shorty's was
a great bar.
We used to go to that place all the time.
Yeah, I've got great pictures from Shorty's.
I spent a birthday there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and that combined with the hurricane, combined with a whole Mamas, all of that.
Man.
It's kind of it's just changing the landscape of this neighborhood, and
it's just so shitty, dude.
And it's one thing if you're gonna put something else there. I mean, it's shitty if you just put a subway, but if you're putting just apartments,
yeah,
are you gonna have a retail space on the bottom or condominiums? I guess I don't know if they're apartments or condos.
They'll probably put in some Irish bar.
I think that they're just gonna put in.
Draws people. They're like, oh, we need an Irish bar underneath our apartment.
They're gonna put. Okay, is this How I Met Your Mother thing?
I think it is, dude. Do you know how many Irish bars there are?
I think that they're going. No, it's not even going to be that. It's going to be a fucking World of Beer, or some other huge chain.
Yard House.
Yeah, they already have one just down the street.
That's true.
We were trying to find a place. PAX just got over with.
PAX just finished up.
A couple days ago. And we were trying to take our YouTube friends, 8-Bit Badgers. You should check them out, by the way.
Shout out to 8-Bit Badgers.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. We were trying to take them to a place that's pretty local, but would be sufficient enough to house 8 people. We had 8 people. So it was kind of difficult finding a place near where we were downtown that actually could do that anymore. Yeah. That's kind of like a taste of Seattle.
Yeah.
It's now it's all just chains.
It really is. That was what what I loved about Seattle when I first moved up here was that, like, I was like, oh my god, there's like hardly any chains
Look
at
at
all.
all these racks.
There's like no chains, and there's like hardly any fast food, and like it was so cool because like every restaurant was like local and stuff.
Yeah,
And now
there's
it's
still,
like I mean, there's still plenty of awesome
places.
local places.
We have our 4 places that in Belltown
But
that
at
we
the
go
same
to, but-
time, we should not be seeing these things drop like flies, dude. They're like established. They're the places that would have been around forever. You know what I mean?
well,
Like
Mama's,
Shorty's, Mama's.
I can understand though.
Yeah.
Because Mama's, the guy it was a single owner. He had owned it for quite some time, and he's actually like he was at the time where he was planning on retiring pretty soon,
Yeah.
and they offered him upwards of $3 million,
Good God.
and he took it, and
Yeah.
I don't blame him because if you're going to retire, it's hard selling a restaurant.
That's true.
It's very difficult to, and also he gave his employees an ample amount of time to find another job.
Yeah.
You know, and they're still getting paid for what they're doing, you know? It's I feel like it's very shitty,
Yeah, I mean, it's shitty in the general sense that
but
it's shitty
at
that
the same
it's
time
going.
it's at least I feel like they did at least the
You can leave that one there.
people right. Yeah, you think that?
I think that's fine.
I'm just trying to save rocks.
I know. I think we're gonna have more rocks than you think we have. Hopefully, so that way you can go through and like fill in the spots
Yeah.
that look weird.
We'll do that off
The
screen,
little
though,
bald
probably.
patches. No, we'll do that on screen. It'll be after we clear out all the field.
I think this one will just be probably positioning rocks and then bushes. What do you think?
Positioning rocks around and then clearing the bushes.
Yeah, and
Not
then-
doing the wood or the stones.
For right now, I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah,
after we do
that sounds good to me.
I
We were talking earlier about Harvest Moon 64
yeah.
and this game, and I think it's really interesting. We've talked before. Roger and I have discussions about things, and we've talked before about the jump from 32.
We talk from time to time.
We talk from time to time.
Off camera. We actually have
have
a friendship that's outside of recording.
we actually do talk
video
about
games.
things often. And one of those things has been the jump from 32-bit, the jump from 32-bit to 64-bit, you know, back in like the early 90s.
Yeah.
But we like to keep things current. So that's what we talk about. But I think it's interesting to just like note the jumps between the two generations, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's hard to think of something that's been as big as that, you know? A lot of things nowadays is like, oh, it looks prettier.
Yeah,
Like,
or
oh,
like
it's
we've
got
updated
high
the
definition
graphics.
texture
Yeah.
pack. Oh, this one's in 1440p. You know, oh, this one has these particle effects.
But they're
and stuff
for
like
the
that.
most part the same type of game.
Yeah, but then you look at like the jump from 32-bit to 64-bit,
Yeah.
and that is insanity, especially from like a platforming standpoint.
Yep.
Like if you play this game and you play Harvest Moon 64, it's definitely like different in many ways, but a lot of the gameplay is still very similar because it's from a similar perspective. It's just because this is in a 3D environment.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really look 3D.
It's dang. This is where I become kind of like a codger about things.
Yeah.
And I just feel like a lot of ways, like we played GoldenEye.
We did. We played
We
GoldenEye.
played GoldenEye the other day, and my God, you can't see anything in front
You
of
can't see anything.
I was trying to play the first mission, and then I was trying to, unless I had the sniper rifle, you can't see. It all just looks like a textured wall.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that that's what it is,
It's
because
just a big textured wall.
because at the time you couldn't process having pixels or
Yeah, like
or
anything
having
more complicated.
it's like the first Silent Hill.
Jesus Christ, my cats are going crazy.
The first Silent Hill with all that mist, right?
Yeah.
It's that they couldn't.
Hey! Hey, knock it off. Go on.
This is
Silent
what
Hill.
happens. Yeah, how they couldn't process the entirety of the world that they were creating. At least that's what I saw in a lovely YouTube video, I'm pretty sure, from
Yeah, Salty Stevie. Shout out to Salty Stevie.
We're just gonna shout out everybody during this
Who
thing.
apparently we are,
Yeah.
whoever we come across. But
But I feel like having it from our peers, I think it justifies it, though. You know. And I think it's good to have other people's opinions shape your opinion. I mean, not totally solidify it, but I mean, it was an interesting thing that I learned from that. And it's just where games were back then.
Well, yeah, it's true, and like a lot of difficulty in video games was a product of them not being able to really make a world that was like super fleshed out and big. I know, bushes everywhere.
All right, we're just gonna.
And so, like, when you only have enough memory to put like a single map on your game or whatever, like you end up ramping up the difficulty in order to just increase the playtime.
I feel like I'm saying I feel like, or I think that, or I believe that.
I believe. Like we're doing some exercises, like some like.
Well, I feel like we're at
team building exercises.
Yeah, we're at like a speech class. A speech class to where we're trying to get our opinion across. And you have to take ownership of your emotions. I'm more at home with 32 than 64 entirely.
I feel the same way. Like, I enjoy...
I'm kind of a codger.
But here's the thing. I'm, like, so silly because I play games like Super Mario 64 now, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this camera?
Yeah.
Like, I just can't get past the camera. I'm like, why the fuck can't I get past this camera?
I feel like a lot of people probably feel that way.
Well, probably because now we've played games where the camera's really easy to control.
Yeah.
But at the time, like, that's all we had, you know, and you can easily get around it. That's what you did. That's what people still do. It's pretty easy to get around if you just play the game and practice with it. But, like, it's one of those things where it's not as intuitive because they had never done anything like that before. Yeah. Like, that's what makes it so impressive is, like, that was... just an attempt, and they got so fucking close with it.
Well, I feel like it's kind of I feel like that's gonna happen a lot in this series. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay. You can have feelings. That's fine.
I'm trying. My therapist tells me the same thing, but I have a hard time believing her every single time. A little real life for you there.
A little real life. Hashtag real life.
Yeah. It looks better. It looks better as 32. I feel like having that extra capability, it's not...
Well, especially like the early 3D games were so simple, like simplistic in their geometry and their color palettes.
I equate it kind of to the... This is how I rationalize it in my mind. That the 32-bit is kind of the maximum of what the Atari could do. Yeah. It's like the pinnacle of that type of gaming. Of what the Atari could do with like the 8-bit Super Nintendo or Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah.
That kind of like what you could do with the Atari, this is kind of like the pinnacle of that. And the 64 is kind of like the early stages of the next generation of it.
Sure.
You know?
It was like they had to take a whole new approach because they added a new dimension.
Because that whole new dimension kind of made everything foreign territory with it.
Yeah.
And so, in a lot of ways, it's like pioneering a game, anything is on the table with that, you know?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Banjo-Kazooie, like...
Oh, man.
That's a game
and it's so crazy that, like, oh, man, the people in those fields... got it so right in so many ways.
A lot of them did, yeah. I mean, like Super Mario 64.
But again, that's why there's still games that we play today, because they got them right, you know.
At the same time, there's a lot of jankiness that goes on in those things.
That's true.
Entirely.
That's true, but luckily we have like the rose-colored glasses from our childhood to fall back on, you know. Like, it's funny watching, like, kids react and stuff on YouTube and, like, seeing them react to things that we grew up playing, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, what we take is just like, yeah, that's just how it is, you know? Like, that's how the camera to Mario is. They're like, I've never experienced something so shitty in my entire life, you know?
Horrible.
And to us, it was like, when we first played it at their age, it was like, this is magic.
See, now
this
sound
is
like
fucking magic.
Back in my day.
It is, though. It is very much back in my day. And I think that a lot of, like, the gaming community is separated into that. And I think because enough people now were around, like, were born when gaming was conceptualized. like the people who are in their 30-somethings now, you know, late 20s, 30-somethings, were around when like the NES and the Atari and stuff were made. And so like you see this like greater divide now.
I mean, there's whole magazines that are just dedicated to retro gaming.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily consider ourselves a retro gaming channel, even though we kind of are.
Well, I mean,
For now.
the shows that we play the most are definitely...
But I also feel like those are the games that I like to play.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I'm not a first-person shooter type. I mean, I did say that we played GoldenEye, but I feel like that's really...
But
like,
GoldenEye was fun for the company you kept.
And
the multiplayer, you know, all of that kind of stuff.
Like Turok, I played Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
Turok.
Which they're coming out with like
Duke
a new texture pack. Duke Nukem, Doom, Quake, you know, like those things.
Yeah.
Totally. It's totally played those all the time. When I was younger, and even then did not play them nearly as much as platformers.
Oh yeah,
know?
dude. I'm
I'm
a platformer gamer for sure. Like I like games like this too. I like top down sort of RPG or
top down or RPG.
game.
That's really where it's at.
And platformers are my fucking bread and the Super Nintendo is my goddamn spirit animal, dude.
Yeah, that I don't know what that. Well, I thought
It's
Mario
the spirit,
was.
Well, Mario is, but it's the spirit animal of my gaming career, I guess. I'd say.
It's it has most of my favorites. I think it does. That or actually like the Game Boy has a lot of my favorites too.
Game Boy's great, dude.
I feel like Game Boy has a lot of... I'm a very mobile gamer.
Yeah.
I play most of my video games when on the Game Boy or on some other mobile platform. I just don't... I feel like I get uneasy when I play games at home now. You know?
Oh, yeah?
I feel like there's a lot of, like, I feel like I could be doing something else, like multitasking with it.
Right.
Like, I could be experiencing something great, and in between moments where I'm, like, traveling, or I'm going to somewhere, or I'm doing something, I can play Pokemon, or I can play Link to the Past, which I don't know why I ever would. Again.
Right.
But I could.
I don't know why I ever would again.
I could do that. Or I play... like Super Mario 2, like that's how I got pretty darn good at that game.
Yeah, that's true. Roger's pretty good at Super Mario 2.
Playing it on the Wii U, the gamepad, the actual control pad is it's not nearly as tight as the new 3DS, but playing those games, like I like those games. They put Sonic 3D, they put Sonic on there.
Yeah.
The first Sonic. Super Mario 3, Super Mario 3. There's all these games that now I just play.
That's what I think is so beautiful about
Star
the
Fox
virtual
64.
console.
Star Fox 64. I play that on my 3DS.
Oh god. I mean, when we were kids, like when the Nintendo 64 came out, I know that I was like, man, I wish I could just carry this shit around in my pocket. Maybe one day we'll have the capabilities, and now it's even better.
Yeah.
Not only are we carrying around Nintendo 64 games in our pocket, but they just look so much better.
They're enhanced. They're 3D.
So much better.
Ocarina of Time
3D is so good.
Majora's Mask 3D. That's like the menu.
Yeah.
The menu
just
and the play
stuff
style.
That they add with the touchscreen and stuff is just so much
3D. It makes it. That's the way that game was supposed to be played.
And that's the thing. Like I play Ocarina on the 3DS, and I'm like, this is the way that Ocarina should have been played.
Yeah.
Like as a mobile game, not as like a console game. But it's so interesting to think about now.
That they didn't have the
technology or the capabilities to do something like that.
It's that's the way I am. I think that also plays well into how I used to play the games that I played though. It's gotten to it dates me, sure. But all my games that I played are now just being ported into the newer machines.
Yeah, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, it works out great for
especially because like I'll pay $8 for a game that I can't find in the US. You know what I mean? Like that's really cool.
I still like I still play new games. Like I played Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS.
Well,
that
and
was a lot of fun.
there was a lot of blowback because people were like, "Well, if I already own this game, why do I need to buy the Virtual Console game?" And for me, that's kind of like, "Well, I already own this game. Why can't I just go to any store and just get more copies of it?"
Yeah.
You know, like you gotta be paid to. You know, you have to pay to own like that license. You know.
I understand it from like you buy a vinyl and then you get a digital download.
Sure.
I understand it from that. Like if you have a physical copy of something, or like iTunes, if you own the CD, iTunes should propagate it should give you a copy of that song. And for the most part, I believe it actually does.
Yeah.
If you own that CD.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference in just the media element of it. But maybe that's just my...
I feel
opinion.
like it really depends. I mean, are they adding substantially to the game, or is it just going to be another? Oh, here's another Super Mario Bros. 3 port that you have to pay $5 for.
To be honest, I've never seen clearer graphics in a Super Nintendo game. Like these are like true, even emulated. Like this, the Virtual Console to me looks better than emulating on my PC.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I would say that it does add to the experience. I would gladly pay to play a Virtual Console game in 1080p.
Would you? But when it goes to the next 1440, would you pay another $8 for it?
I don't know if like I couldn't transfer my other ones up. Maybe, I don't know. I've purchased like Super Mario World on probably every console I've ever owned that could download Super Mario World.
I understand the argument from both sides of the fence, you know?
Yeah.
I understand the not wanting to pay for a game 80 billion times.
Right.
I also do...
But again, it's like they're not really even asking that. It's like you paid retail price for it back in like 1990.
I think most people are getting
now...
angry at Nintendo, not because of that, but because they keep on having to re-buy the Virtual Console, because if you buy it for the Wii, it doesn't show up on your Wii U. You know?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't do that.
Well, not all of the games are compatible though. Not all of the Wii Virtual Console games are compatible with the Wii U.
But the games that are, I mean, it's just
and you can transfer them up. Like if you have a Wii with, I think you can like back up your Wii system and like put it into the Virtual Wii on the Wii U.
You can't do the... Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you can just play your Wii Virtual Console on the Virtual Wii U.
Huh. Yeah, if they're
it's a complicated system.
If they're going on cross, maybe they're talking about like with the Wii and then having it on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
But still, like that's so weird because like that's a very different. They had to pay to port those games. You know, it's not like they made the game for one system and then it was just free to put it on all the other ones. So like, I can still see why you would still pay per per game.
I think that maybe they should do per license then, you know, and then if you get it,
you think buy the license and then you have it on whatever console you want.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting, but they'd probably have to charge a little bit more. You know?
Well, I mean, that's what you get, right?
Business,
if you
right?
if you get the option to do that, like if you could pay for that option, I feel like people would pay for that.
I feel like I would probably pay a couple of dollars more to have it on every
platform that
I could, yeah,
or could possibly own in the future, you know.
Yeah.
Although I don't know.
Like once you buy Harvest Moon, you get Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo's ever going to do that, but it's an interesting thing to speculate about.
I did overestimate my rocks.
You overestimated your rocks by quite a bit, but that's okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll finish this fence up, clear out these.
Clear out the bushes.
I feel like it's these.
We can place
those where the big ones were.
We can place them where the big ones were. Yeah, place the extras over there. Maybe on next episode.
Yeah.
I think we just put these in there and then clear up some of these bushes.
Yep, and then that'll be it. It's
It was really I did want to talk about PAX a little bit more. We talked about going to PAX. PAX was a few days ago. But it was just really fun. It was just a really fun experience. Actually, the Terra blog that goes up today is our PAX Terra blog.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But it was just really fun. Like, I'd never been to a gaming convention before. I'd been to conventions for other things, but I've never been to a video game convention, and that was like definitely a really awesome experience.
Yeah, it was something that I'm glad that I did. I think if we had more time, we were talking about it if we had more time, then maybe we'd do some panels.
Yeah, we just like walked around the floor, and we played some games. We played Triforce Heroes.
That was really good.
Which was really fun. Like, it was
like
really
Four
fun.
Swords, the way that making Four Swords into a legit.
Yeah, and it's really fun 3-player. Like, it's cool because they have little buttons to communicate with people. Like, you can do little cheers.
Yeah, the way
little,
that they use the 3DS
little icons.
touchscreen.
Yeah, it's
nice.
really interesting. I definitely felt like it added to the experience because you can put humor in it just by like somebody screws something up and you just are like no, or you just like shake your head or whatever. It's really funny. Oh, more bushes! Get them bushes.
I feel like most of PAX. This is what I mean. Like I kind of put myself into a corner with things. 90% of PAX, I feel like I really didn't care about.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like,
but you know what's really funny is like I feel like everybody feels that way.
Probably
it doesn't matter like what, because like people who went specifically for Halo are probably like, yeah, I don't give a shit about all the other stuff. You know, I don't necessarily care for Halo all that much, so like I didn't even take the time to go over to that booth.
First-person shooters, all of the like the really like hip games, like. It's not about I don't. It makes me feel kind of.
Roger and I were kind of glued into the indie corner for the one, and Mario Maker.
Yeah, Mario Maker. It was a lot. It was more like platformers. Like I care about platformers and RPG games, and if you can give me something that has a little bit of both, then man, I am set.
Yeah.
Is it nighttime?
I don't know. Press start or pause or whatever. Minus. There you go. Tuesday, 2nd of spring. You got $300. Oh, that was it?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know what time it is. All right. Well, I think this is probably a pretty good place to call it.
Yeah,
for the episode.
We'll do that.
Oh yeah, line them up at the front there.
Yeah, but I'll do this while we end the episode, and then we'll just stop.
Cool.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. It's a bit of a lengthy episode. We may not go this long for other ones. I know we had a lot that we wanted to talk about today. But we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens next time.
If you guys liked it, let us know though.
Let us know if you like it. Let us know if you like this
format. It's an interesting format, and I think that it actually will really play well with this series.
Yeah.
Hopefully they really won't be this long.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be this long. I think that like this was just to get everything kind of cleared out and out of the way, and then we can start focusing on like chopping down stumps and breaking rocks next episode, and then actually starting the farm. Because the thing about this game is once you get started, it gets rolling pretty good. So we hope you guys enjoy it. I had a good time. I think this is pretty fun stuff.
I think we talked about a lot of things that were important to us.
To us, yeah. But I mean that's
and hopefully you guys find it important too.
If you
or
do,
at least
let
you
us
find
know,
it interesting.
Let us know in the comments. So thank you guys for watching, and we will. Are you gonna stop running?
Well, no, I'm gonna do it until you say see you next time.
See you next time.
See ya. Bye.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. The Human Torch was denied.
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
What?
Terrible credit for the Human Torch.
Human Torch.
The
Welcome back to Games Played Terribly.